Today my friend Maria and I are going to make some conchas for the Day of the Dead. These Mexican sweetbreads are a great breakfast with some coffee. Alrighty, Maria.
Alright, cool. So I'm going to start out with our room temperature water. Put in your yeast, scoop of sugar, and scoop of flour. And then mix well.
Alright, so now we're going to take that and leave it on the side.
Yes, you cover it, leave it in a little warm dark place.
Now we're going to get our flour set up.
Yes, we're going to get our flour, 500 grams of bread flour, then 125 grams of sugar. And we're just mixing everything, combining it while we wait for the... And we got our bubbly mixture.
So it should look nice and bubbly just like this. And then we're going to get started on our dough.
Then we're going to start making our well. Now that we created the well, we're going to pour in our little yeast mixture and our 2 eggs. And then mix well. And we're going to get a shaggy dough. That's fine. Later we're going to add in the butter. Then we can add our orange blossom. Then to add even more flavor, we're going to add some orange zest. I don't know how you zest it. I know there's another way, but I don't know how to do that.
I think your way is working pretty well. As long as you don't get that white pith in there, you're good.
The professional way.
Another way you can zest an orange, guys, you're going to hold it here, and then you're going to, kind of like you're peeling it, you're going to go all the way down, doing nice long strokes.
Oh, it looks so much easier.
Yeah. And this way also you kind of see that it gets built up here, so if you're doing it on the side, you can just take it and then pop it right in.
After we get most of the oranges distributed evenly, we could go in with our hand. I'm going to knead it for about 5 minutes, just until all the dry parts are nice and moist. Just once it starts to feel sticky, then you could stop for a bit, flatten it out, then we're going to add our butter. Now I'm going to add 75 grams of butter.
I can help you out.
You can use unsalted or salted. Then we can add our salt.
Perfect.
It's gonna get really annoying, really slimy and sticky, but it's gonna taste really good.
Now, could you do this with a stand mixer?
Yeah, you can do a stand mixer using a dough hook. He's gonna knead it for 5 minutes first, without the butter, and then 15 to 20 minutes with the butter.
So what are we looking for?
The dough's gonna be sticky regardless. This is about like kneading it for about 10 minutes in the bowl. Then we're gonna knead it on our flat surface with some flour. We're gonna dust our table, dump in our dough, just put it in your hands. Not too much. This technique, you're just gonna roll it and then slam it.
Dang. So again, she's rolling it and then she's picking it up and then slamming it.
Kind of like if you ever used clay, you gotta let all the air out. And do this for about 10 minutes.
This is a really cool technique. I've never seen this before.
I just copied what I did when I worked in a ceramic center. Basically, once you start feel like it's not sticking in your hand, it's good to go.
And you're seeing she's adding a little bit of flour as she's kneading, just so it doesn't stick to her hands.
You don't want to add too much, like a handful, just like a little pinch at a time.
Who needs a dough hook when you have Maria?
And this dough is naturally sticky. People do it in their kitchens, like Mexican bakers, super hot in there, so it's even more gooey. Sometimes they take like an hour to knead it, and usually all by hand.
Wow. So you can see that she's not stopping to kneading the dough. If she stops, it's gonna get sticky. So she keeps on kneading it, adding a little flour as she needs, constantly moving that dough around.
And if you see it's still sticky, just keep going. Okay, when it starts to not feel too sticky in your hands, you're pretty good to go. Now we're gonna grease our bowl. The same bowl that you use to knead the bread, it's fine. With a little oil, and then distribute it all over. That way it won't stick.
So it's not super finicky. You don't have to clean the bowl beforehand. You literally just gotta pour a little oil in and rub it around the bowl. Now we're gonna give this a little cover, right?
Yeah, we're gonna cover it, put it in a little warm place, and let it proof for about 30 minutes to an hour. Now we're gonna make the topping for the conchas. Start it out in the bowl. This is a mixture of equal parts of regular sugar and powdered sugar. Then this is vegetable shortening. So this is like 100 grams each. This is 200 grams. I'm just gonna mix it with a little spatula just until it's well combined. It's gonna be like a dry Play-Doh texture. And then once combined, we're gonna add in our flour. So it's gonna be 400 grams of all-purpose flour. Put in half of it for now and mix. Right now it's gonna seem dry, but it's gonna combine really well together. Pretty much after everything is nicely combined, it doesn't have to be perfect. Dump it onto your surface. Then you're gonna knead with your hands for the rest of the flour. Again, it's gonna seem really dry, but it's gonna combine. It's gonna be like a little Play-Doh.
So this is gonna be the sugar topping on top of the conchas, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that they needed it. I thought it was just like an icing. That's really cool.
I mean, some people do that. They put more shortening than flour and sugar, but sometimes they come out a little dry. I was looking for different recipes, and a lot of them called for equal parts of like butter or shortening with sugar and flour. And then I was looking at some other recipes. The secret is to add equal parts shortening and sugar, and then flour you gotta put in to double the amount.
So after kneading about for 5 minutes, it should start coming together like this. It almost looks like moon sand. I don't know if you
Yeah,
ever...
it looks like moon sand.
Right?
I remember that.
Now I know people are gonna ask, can they do this with butter or only with shortening?
No, you can use butter. You can use butter, shortening, or with like pork lard. Traditionally, it's made with pork lard, but I do recommend using both granulated sugar and powdered sugar.
And why is that?
Powdered sugar kind of like thin it out too much. It might not come out like the thick texture that you want. Yeah, the texture is like that. Like it's whole, it's squishy. It's not too hard. Traditionally, it's like vanilla, so just with the sugar, shortening, flour. And this one you can add. We're gonna do a pink. You can do food coloring or grounded freeze-dried strawberries. For the pink one, you can also use Nesquik. That's really used in Mexico.
Like the strawberry milk powder?
Yeah, like for the kids. And then chocolate.
So if you're gonna use food dye, we recommend to put it in a bowl just so you don't stain your countertop. It's more traditional to use like Nesquik, like strawberry milk powder, or you can even take like freeze-dried strawberries, grind them up to get that bright pink color. But sadly, I couldn't find either.
Yeah, same. Chocolate, you can use cocoa powder. I don't really measure, just eyeball it.
Say about like 3 tablespoons, right?
Yeah,
And that's like a third of our dough.
exactly.
Now what type of cocoa powder is it? Is it like Hershey's or like...
This one is Hershey's. You can use like the fancy one, like Godiva.
I know a lot of people like to use like Dutch chocolate.
Oh yeah.
So now we have our 4 colors. We did the yellow off screen. So now our dough should be ready, so we're gonna go grab that.
And our dough's ready. It did grow, just the bowl looks so huge.
So once the dough has risen, we're just gonna punch out some of that air, just so it's easier to shape.
Okay, and dust our surface to get our dough. We're just gonna shape it into a log. And this dough usually yields about 10 to 12 buns. So you can weigh it out. Sometimes you can weigh like 80 grams to 100 grams, but I usually just eyeball it. Make sure they all look a little even. And to shape it, just each one like a little bit of flour. Grab one, then it's like you're tucking in the sides to the center. That's it, that's your bowl. Okay, your fingers are basically tucking. Take it apart. You wanna roll one?
Sure.
Tucking in with your fingers.
She makes it look so easy, guys.
You can be aggressive. You can tuck it in harder. Yep. Then once you feel like the edges are already underneath, the bottom should look like that.
My bottom doesn't look like that.
Oh, it's close. Yeah.
Maybe it's because there's too much flour on my side. You can
maybe.
have a little bit of that grip. Wait, let's see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good.
Okay. So yeah, you don't want to have too much flour on your surface, guys. You kind of want the dough to stick just a little.
Yeah.
And now we're just gonna finish rolling up the rest of these and then come back when we're ready.
Now we could start putting on the tray.
Okay, now it's time to sugar these babies up. Once all our dough balls are on our sheet pans, we're gonna brush them with a little bit of shortening.
This is gonna help the topping to stick on and it won't dry out the bun underneath. Not a lot, just lightly brush it.
Now we're gonna grab a little piece of each of our colors to make the classic concha topping.
To make the topping, we're gonna use a tortilla press. You can use rolling pin or bottom of a bowl, doesn't matter, as long as it's flat. Put it in between 2 saran wraps. And press. Shouldn't be too thin or too thick. That's a good thickness. Then just lay over on top.
Awesome. So we're gonna do that with the rest of our colors. She's not pressing on it too hard, just enough to flatten it. You don't want it super thin.
Then we could use either a concha cutter, just make sure to flour it a bit, yeah, or a knife. I'll show you how to do both. This way you just press it. That's it. Nice little shell. And then with the knife, add like a little bit of shortening, just so it won't stick. And go lightly. There you go. Okay, here's our conchas, and we cut it to make it look like a little shell. That's why it's called conchas. You can put it on top of before proofing or after. Either was fine.
For the Day of the Dead, we also want to do like little sugar skulls. This is our little reference, and we're gonna try to make them all look like this guy. So we're gonna do a chocolate one now. So our little skull, and then we're gonna make a base out of the white. There he is. So now we gotta make the little eyes. And now you can kind of decorate it however you like. We're gonna put little yellow and pink balls all around.
She's so pretty.
And there's our little guy. So now we're gonna keep on doing the same thing with our different colors, and we'll get back to you.
Okay, here are all the breads, all the conchas decorated. These are traditional conchas, and these are the little fun skulls that we made using all these pastes. And we're gonna let it proof for 30 minutes.
Here's what they look like after they've been proofed, and we're gonna bake them at 380 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. And here's what the classic conchas look like after they've risen a bit. It's totally okay to see some cracks, as they're gonna crack some more inside the oven.
So this is what they look like after they're done. Now we're just gonna let them cool and put it on a cooling rack.
As you can see, after they baked in the oven, they kind of started to crack on the top. As the bread expands in the oven, the sugar gets pushed and cracked open. Making that seashell pattern on top is what allows the bread to expand without randomly cracking the sugar crust, kind of like how it did with the skulls. Let us try one of these little conchas. This guy looks crazy, so we're gonna cut into him first. But check out these other guys, dude. They came out so good. And it's okay if you have some of that little cracking. That's honestly how conchas look. But yeah, this one came out really well too. And the reason why they're called conchas is because they kind of look like seashells. And then look at this little skull guy we got over here. We got that one that looks really cool. And then we got this little guy. They all came out really well. We're gonna try this guy because he just looks like he wants to get eaten. Oh yeah. That looks so good. Look how nice and fluffy they look on the inside. These go great with some coffee in the morning. And let's cheers them. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my god, it's so soft. This is good.
With some coffee, guys.
And the orange. It hits.
This is fire. And there's a little bit of like chocolate flavor.
It complements the orange.
Oh my god.
It's really good.
10 out of 10. Would eat again. Wow.
Yay.
Good job, Maria. Alrighty. We're gonna go eat the rest of these and give it to our family. But thanks for watching. Huge shout out to Maria for collaborating with us today and showing us how to make these delicious conchas. Her baking profile will be in the description if you want to check out some of our other baked goods. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!